is Kirill Nam. I've already shown my first ever project which I made with Python, but right now I want to show my project which I made with C++. That was my first experience with that language, and I hope that I did good, so let's see.
So, this is my C++ project, ApplesGame. I've created a bunch of files and I'm gonna tell you about each of them. So first file, apple.cpp. This file I've just created two functions, initApple and drawApple. InitApple function just sets each apple's position using random, and then also sets texture and position on the screen according to apple position. And also sets the size of each apple. Then drawApple. This function just shows each apple on our screen. Then file apple.h. This file just initializes those functions. So next I have game.cpp file. In this file I also have a bunch of functions. So first function, initGame. This function just initializes game resources, like pictures of our player and apples and also some fonts. Then we have restartGame function. This function initializes our player and initializes our apples, and also a game state. Handle input. This function just helps us to control our player. So then update game. This function at first updates player and checks collision with apple, and also checks collision with screen border. Next function, draw game. At first it draws our player in the screen and then draws apples on the screen. Next file is game.h. This file just initializes all our functions from the previous file. That's it. Then we have file gamemain.cpp. This is the main file of our project. So at first we have function handle window events. This function is created just to close the window if we push the button escape, or if we push the cross button on our screen. Then we have int main. Here at first we initialize random number generator. We need that to create a seed to create always random numbers and random positions of our apples. Then we initialize and render our window. After that we initialize our game clock. Then we create our game loop while window is open. We initialize previous functions and then calculate time delta. After that we draw everything on the screen, and of course before that we need to clear the window. Next file is gamesettings.h. Here we have just all the constant numbers, variables, and if you want you can change it to change the sum settings of the game. So next two files are math.cpp and math.h. So at first math.cpp is just a file where created some functions to get sprite size, sprite's origin and also text origin. And math.h is created to initialize all these functions. That's it. Next file is player.cpp file. So here at first we initialize our player state, then we initialize sprite itself, and after that we create function update player. Here we set our player's moves. Then we check if our player has collision with screen border and collisions with apple. After that we draw player on our screen, and also we need to rotate our player's picture according to our direction. And after that we draw our sprite on the screen. Next file is player.h. This file just initializes functions from the player.cpp and also creates classes like player direction and struction player. Our next files is ui.cpp and ui.h. ui.cpp is just a file that created to initialize text on the screen, such as use arrow keys to move, space to restart, escape to exit. Also game over screen, and then amount of apples hidden. And ui.h is just a file that initializes all the functions. That's it.
So here is how the final project looks like. Here is a button that changes his directions according to the arrows that are pushed on the keyboard. And also with every eaten apple, there is a new one on the screen. Also here to if Pacman collides with the border screen, here is a game over screen, and the game finishes. You can restart the game by pushing the space button, and also you can exit the game by pushing the escape button. That's it. Thank you for your attention.